Hi, this is Alexi Karve. Today I will be demonstrating the execution of Microshift on the Jetson Nano. I have already installed Microshift on one of the devices that I have over here for the Jetson Nano, following the instructions that are over here. So all the instructions on how to go ahead and set up the Jetson Nano, how to test it, right from uh, downloading the image to running the Jupyter Lab, testing the USB camera, then finally installing the Microshift binary. The version of Ubuntu that we have is Ubuntu 18.04. So there are some minor changes that we need to do for the default installation. So I've shown what those changes need to be and how to go ahead and install it. So in this setup, I have already installed Microshift and it is executing. I have cryo that is executing. But these instructions actually take you through testing each of the individual steps, right from how to install cryo, how to test cryo, how to install Microshift, how to run deployments on it, what are the different samples to run on it, and everything is there over here. And uh, even building of the Microshift binary and any other dependencies that are required, including the CNI plugins, how to build them, how to install them, put them in the correct place. It has all the instructions over here for the firewall and everything. So now that I have everything installed, the goal in this demo is to run a deployment in Microshift, and I have a simple application. What that application does is it records an image, and if that image has a person, then it's going to send an event to a chat application. And in addition to sending that event, it will also send the image that it captured along with the bounding box for that person to a Node-RED image viewer. Okay, so in Node-RED, I have deployed two things. One is the chat application and the other is a viewer, and it will show both. So this is where you see in Node-RED, I have a deployment over here and I have a simple upload application. So the application that is going to be on Jetson Nano, that will just go ahead and capture an image. And if there is a person in it, it will upload it over here and you will see it in this image preview over here. The other thing I have currently running is the chat application. So this one, anytime it detects a person, it will send a message to this chat application using the WebSocket. And right now it shows one connected over here. That is because I have this web application over here on the from the web page. I can go directly to chat and it continuously shows, whether it's connected, disconnected, or if there are any messages. For example, if I just do hello and I do a send, then you'll see this message hello. Okay. So what is going to happen is that the application that we have, a pod that will run on the Jetson Nano, that will also send messages to this particular chat application anytime a person is detected. So let's look at the actual device now. So this is the device. This is the Jetson Nano. I have given it a full domain name. We need to give a full domain name for it to work correctly. So just added example.com over here. And you can see this is 1804. Now, if I look at the nodes and the pods on kubectl and on cryoctl, which is for cryo, I will look at the images and pods on cryo. Okay, so I'm going to look at both of them. So we can see that the node is ready. There are a few pods over here. Those are the minimum required pods. It includes the host path provisioner, so you can create volumes. It has the default DNS and the router. And then the images that were used, it shows some of the images over here. There are some extra images which I had run directly in cryo. You can ignore some of them, but these are the ones that are there for core DNS, flannel, host path provisioner, and so on. Those are the ones that are currently in use over here. And then the actual pods as seen by cryo are also displayed at the bottom. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to deploy the app. So let's go to the app, Microshift. and there is the object detection. All of these are on GitHub. So if somebody wants to try them, we can definitely have you run them. So the program that I'm going to execute right now is going to be the mydetection.py, and that is the one that will execute as a pod inside of Microshift. Okay, so I'm going to create a deployment. I will show you the deployment YAML file soon. But what is going to happen is that it's going to connect to the WebSocket, and then anytime it detects a person, the person is class ID equal to 1, it will send a message to the Jetson Nano, and this is the message it sends over here. And in addition to sending the message over here, it will also save the image, and then it will use the curl command to submit the image over to Node-RED, and then it will get displayed. Okay, so this is the full code. We'll quickly look at the deployment YAML file. So it shows that we'll only have one replica executing for this particular image. So this is the image that is built using the Docker file that I have in this particular folder. And then I will just run this Python 3 mydetection.py, and this just loops forever. Actually, we don't even need the sleep infinity. I just put that in. And this is the default environment variable. So this is where it's going to connect to the chat application. And the video it's going to pick up from is the USB video, which I have it connected right now. It will be from /dev/video0. So let's go and apply the inference.yaml file, and we'll look at the deployments. We'll look at all the pods and everything that is there. You can see that it is container creating state right now for the inference deployment. So this got created over here now. The pod is created and it is running. So now that it is running, what we can do is we can start looking at the logs. What it should do is it will turn the camera on and start the detection. So initially it takes a few seconds to load the model. So that is what it is doing. It loads the model and prepares everything so that it can start doing the object detection. And once it starts, it will just be instantaneous. It will keep sending the images and detecting them continuously. So right now what I've done is I've blocked the camera. So there is a box in front of the camera. It doesn't detect anything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that box from front of the camera, and it started detecting me. It detects a person. So it says that it found something and uploaded the image. So if you look right now, you can see that it is detecting me over here and it's sending messages. It is showing the bounding box for the person. And if you look over here in the image tab, you can see that it shows a person. So it is detecting the bounding box for the person. It's me. I'll show my hand so you know that, yeah, it's me. And as soon as it detects the next time around, there's a loop. It shows the hand. So it detects a person over there. I can show a thumbs up, and it will show a thumbs up over here, right? So it can detect the person. Actually, detect two person over here, but it's only one person actually. So this is going to continue. So this was a sample demonstration, where we are using the Jetson Nano. We are using the capability to quickly use the GPUs and show that the detection works. We are showing an end-to-end kind of demo where it actually detects something, and only if it detects a person, what I will do is I will block it. So once I block it with a box in front of it, it will not detect anything further. So it won't show any more messages or the pictures. So if I say hello again, nothing new will be happening over here. Same thing if you look at the logs, nothing else will happen. There were a few JPEGs that were loaded, nothing new is getting loaded. And again, if I remove that from front, it starts detecting me again. and start sending pictures, right? So that is the kind of simple demo that we have that demonstrates the end-to-end kind of setup, where we installed I had previously installed Microshift on this particular setup, and I was able to run a deployment with this particular inferencing for the object model detection. And if there is a person, it sends a message. So if I want to stop this from detecting anything further, I can do a delete of that particular pod, and once the pod goes away, uh, this detection will basically stop. This is terminating now. All the code that is required for this, it is available in the GitHub. The instructions for installing it are pretty clear. There are some manual steps that you need to take because the default installer doesn't work on Ubuntu 18.4. Okay, it works on Ubuntu 20. It works on CentOS, on Fedora Core, but Ubuntu 18 is not very well supported. But all the images that are required for installing Microshift, I also have a Docker container for installing it. So you can go pull the Microshift binary from that particular Docker image. So all of that is currently documented in that GitHub, and you can go and try it out. So this is all I wanted to demonstrate for this session. Thanks for watching.